episode 132 of Anime and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is the review show that reviews anime from A to Z. Sort of.
Alright guys, last episode we spun the wheel for category I. We got Isekai Cheat Magician.
Is that how you say that word?
I was just going to say that too. I was trying to get to it before you. I knew you were going to say something. I knew I was going to say. Damn it. I don't know. I think it's Isekai.
Isekai?
Isekai? I don't know.
Isekai.
You want to go to Google and have it pronounced?
You can do whatever you want. You're in control of the mic.
I've never done this before, especially not on the fly. Copy, new page.
This is
paste.
Right.
How to pronounce. I need you to type
how to pronounce.
I think that's how you get it with space.
That's a hog. That's not how to pronounce.
Oh, come on. Doesn't it say it?
I don't know.
Wait, maybe I have to click on the website. Oh, yeah. Here. Where's the play button? No, that's the share button.
Why?
Isekai.
Isekai, right?
That's what it said. It said Isekai.
Isekai, that's it. I've heard it before. Isekai. That's how everyone pronounces it.
Isekai?
Yeah. Isekai. Anyway.
What was the title of this song again?
Isekai Cheat Magician. It's a Japanese light novel series written by Takeru Uchida, illustrated by Nardak. The series began as a web novel on a website, not pronouncing that, in 2012. Was acquired by another company, not pronouncing that, in 2013. 15 novels have been published on the light novel version. And then in 2013, was it 2013? A manga adaptation came out in 2016. There you go. And then Crunchyroll 2019 is when the anime came out.
That seems like everything.
It was a lot. But, starting as the web thing, you see that more and more. I believe One Punch Man also started on the web, and it just picked up.
Alright, premise.
It's another isekai.
Isekai?
It's another isekai where people get transported from their world into another world, another fantasy world. I think they're all fantasy worlds.
Yeah, but this one is like the prototypical one.
And it's just overwhelmingly generic.
It's the most average isekai you'll ever watch. I can't even call it bad.
I can call it bad because of the dialogue. Everything else is fairly average. Maybe not the animation. I feel like the animation, we'll talk about that, but I think that's a little under average.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like very average and boring and just generic. There's a few things.
There's other things to watch. I wouldn't watch this. Yeah, you couldn't pay me to watch this again.
No, but there was a few things I did like about it, but there wasn't a lot.
I can't think of anything that I liked about it. Besides the not over gratuitous of the fan service.
Well, that, and it's set up, there's the main character and three girls, and it's set up like a harem, and it's not a harem.
Yeah, that was the fan service. Yeah. There isn't really any, besides a bit of cleavage from every female character.
I did like the kind of romantic things that are going on. Obviously, the main characters are going to end up together, because that's just a typical, but they showed, like, the elf girl was like the other girl, which was interesting, and they brought in the assassin girl.
Oh, you know what? I could say one thing that I like. The assassin girl clearly had a thing for him. He kind of had the Goku effect where, I'm going to fight you, but then you're going to join me.
Yeah.
What was cool about it, though, was that she actually died.
Yeah. I actually I was kind of disappointed in that because of the fact that I thought that was where the romance was going, because the two main characters feel more like siblings than romance to me.
They do. Yeah, so even though it's clearly going to go that route for romance, it's
so I would rather the elf girl end up with the human girl and he with the assassin, because those two groups had better chemistry. I also like that the show had a smaller cast.
Yeah, there wasn't a bunch of people. It was the main people, and then they would go fight someone. And either that person would live or they'd die. And
it let the characters, you got to live with the characters a little more because there wasn't so many jumping around.
That's fair. All right. But that's more like a structure. Well, you know what I mean? From a story, from like a writing structure, which is so surprising that they did some good things there, and I'm happy you pointed that out, when they failed so much at the dialogue. Right. It's terrible.
But we've seen a couple of these now, and they've been really, really bad, and this is nowhere near the worst offender.
I would watch, I think, any other isekai over this one. I just didn't like it at all.
That slime one was really bad, dude.
The slime one didn't bother me as much.
No, that's if
I wouldn't choose to watch it again, but you know what I mean. Like, I could watch that again.
I mean, I just like this structure and the less the thing. I mean, the characters, don't get me wrong, the characters are still overpowered and ridiculous. And
for no reason.
And it's still got all the same problems.
That most of them have.
That exactly. But as far as, like, if you took someone off the street and say, hey, make an isekai, this is what you would get.
You know what would be a good one to watch? Re:Zero. Re:Zero is a good isekai. I watched, I think, damn near all of it, and I stopped because I was watching as it was coming out, and I just kind of fall off when that happens. Mm-hmm. But that was really good, and the fans really love it. So that would be fun to watch if we ever get it on R. I'm assuming it's on R. It's Re:Zero.
Yeah, I mean, there's 1,000 Rs, though, so who knows?
That's true, but as far as isekais go, that's probably one of the better West ones. Oh. If not, then, Sword Art.
Don't get me wrong. I am not praising this as the greatest anime ever. I'm
it's
just saying.
Better than some of the other ones, I guess.
Some of the... As far as I've been experienced to them, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you say Sword Art is an isekai. I don't even consider it an isekai, because you're going into...
I don't really either, but apparently it's in that genre. Like,
right.
We don't really make that decision, right?
Right, yeah, that's fair. But, like, I don't consider Sword Art or Dot Hack part of it. I think maybe isekai is spun off of those.
I think that's a large thing, but you're taken from your world and forced in another world. It was a bit of a choice because it's a video game and not a physical other world, but it still kind of fits.
I mean, it fits, and that's why I think this spun off of that. But this has very specific tropes where the other ones don't. Like, the video game ones have different tropes than these ones.
Yes.
So.
Anyway, premise.
Yeah, premise. Go ahead.
Well, they get transported to the other world, and their magic aura, whatever, gets tested pretty early on, and they're super strong.
And that's the big difference with this one. There's a lot of magic-y things.
Yeah, it's pretty much all magic. The main character is more of a brawler, but he uses magic a lot.
It's not D&D-ish in that aspect.
Yeah.
It's
like they wanted to be D&D, like more like how the slime one was, but it just failed.
Right, yeah, no. I think that was to its advantage, though, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the slime one, if you remember...
So like in the... Go ahead.
I mean, the slime one, if you remember, it's just... He kept doing the same things over and over again, and it just nothing.
This didn't have that,
and nothing could stop him. There was no tension or feeling. Not that this one had that much, but there were stakes involved. People did die in this, whereas that one everyone's always saved.
Good points. But listening to the dialogue in the slime was nowhere near as ear grating for me. Nowhere near
that first episode with him talking to that.
Oh, that was bad. But overall,
I didn't really hear the dialogue, what you're talking about.
It was just, it wasn't necessarily the voice actors, although the voice actors were very stiff. It was just the bad dialogue. They're just saying this. I'm saying this now. Yeah. Now I'm saying this.
I just found it...
Over-explanation for the sake of over-explanation on things we don't need to know about.
I found it bland.
Yeah, it's bland.
And
But that's my problem, is like I'm trying to pay attention to it. It's just so bland.
But, I found it bland and what's the word? Where you explain things. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but there's a verb version of that.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever that is. But if it was that, and that's kind of the problem with the whole anime. It's all average, whereas in like the slime ones and even Goblin Slayer, the dialogue was just like cringy bad.
At times it was cringy bad.
Well, this one was just boring bad.
The whole time it was boring.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
And when they were over-explaining things, it's like, I don't care about what you're saying.
That's funny.
But at least when they were talking in the slime one, it's like they were talking about the different systems of things that I kind of cared about. Kind of.
They over-explained the magic system in this.
But they over-explain it and under-explain it because they're so overpowered. There's no actual leveling up.
And I think they went into a thesaurus for wizard and just took everyone and made them all classes.
Yeah.
Because
the summoner, but the summoner also empowers himself. Right. He kind of spliced a bit. Yeah. Whatever.
Sorcery and there's all
different elements, even though there's only 4 of them.
Yeah, which is weird. There's only 4 elements. That makes no sense. I mean, Captain Planet theory, I guess.
Well, Captain Planet had more than 4, didn't he?
Well, I
was like 6 kids or something.
It was fire, earth, wind, water, and heart.
Oh,
and heart doesn't count.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just not great. There's no,
it's not great.
Not much of a story there. We'll get into it, but it's there.
Like I said, it's not anything to write home about, and it's not something you should run out and watch right now. But I'm just saying, I don't think it was bad.
If you really like isekais, isekai. Me, I forgot. it's on the list for you to watch, but it's on the bottom part of the list.
But it's definitely an average one. There's I say there are better ones.
I'd say it's an average anime, but for Isekai, I feel like it's lower.
I haven't seen a good one yet.
Sword Art.
I don't count Sword Art.
It counts.
I'm sorry. I just can't.
Goblin Slayer. Well, Goblin Slayer isn't a Isekai.
No, they're not a Isekai. That actually is a place.
Re:Zero is a good one. We gotta watch that.
But I have never literally seen a good one. Well, no, that's not true. Grimguard was one, right?
Yeah. Not great, but good.
But, I mean, that one's better than this. And I think the slime one was terrible. So
I would put the slime on this. I'd put the slime on 5 or a 6, just off of memory, and I'd put this on like a 4.
You didn't give it that at all.
I probably gave it like a 7 or an 8.
No, you gave it less. You gave it.
Did I hate it?
You hated it. You gave it like a 3 or a 4.
It was long. I remember it being very long. That was probably why. So if it was only 12 episodes, it would probably rank higher, like in my memory, if it really was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because it's longer, in the moment reviewing it, like, man, that's hard to get through 24 episodes.
Yeah. I think we were both around a 3 on that one.
All right.
So
wow, I was probably going to give this a 4. I guess I got to give it less. I don't know. Less episodes.
Yeah, I mean, 12 episodes.
That matters a lot, especially when it's bad. If it's good, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
At all, because it's good.
You can watch 1,000 episodes of a good anime.
Exactly, but if it's bad, I just don't want to watch it, and a shorter one's better.
A shorter one is way better. It's and I think that helped this one, honestly.
Oh, yeah, if this was 24 episodes.
I think it helped because because nothing felt rushed, but I think it's because they didn't have much of a story.
Well, yeah, so they could have done this story without rushing it in 4 or to 6 episodes. Easy. Right. But so, like, it was already being stretched out and boring. If they had done 24 episodes with this story, man.
I mean, it does seem like there's more to it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's,
Right, because there's like 1,000 novels.
Yeah, there's either a second season or just didn't do it well enough. Because I guess it's been 2 years since it came out, 2019, so yeah, I guess it's just not doing well enough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know anime's weird with how they do season renewals.
It's seasons, it's the studio, but usually if you get it within a year or two. Yeah. Maybe because of COVID it'll come out next year. Maybe, but I doubt it.
I didn't look it up.
There's only a few that do longer gaps, like Attack on Titan did a really long gap from the first season. Like a really long gap. I don't know why. It was years.
Well, they don't actually like cancel anything though, right? They just
don't make it.
That's kind of infuriating.
I think it's because the studio owns the rights to make it.
Right.
So they're just like, all right, we're going to do something else.
But you would want to know if you're going to make something. If you're not making it, let us know that you're not making it because it's frustrating. Are you going to do it or not?
It's just up in the air for the second season of Grimgar. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like if you search second Grimgar Fantasy and Ash second season, there's so many like fan videos theories.
Right. It's like
there's so many of them.
It's like, come on, just tell us whether you're doing it or not. It's annoying.
Yeah. Whatever. But
we didn't even go into the story.
No, we've talked around the story so far.
Yeah, but we didn't go into any details about what went on.
Well, they get transported to the other world. They wake up, and I forget where they woke up and who woke them up. And I watched that episode with you.
They woke up in a field and were face to face with like
the
demon unicorn.
Yes, the demon unicorn, and it's like the size of a 2-story building.
Right, yeah,
it's gigantic. And then there's some random adventures that looked interesting, and you never see them again.
Yeah, no,
the group of it, they look so interesting, and you never see them again.
That's true, but again, I'd like to focus on the smaller cast. So
sure, but I wish the smaller cast was that cast.
Right, you wish you were following them
because they also seemed way more grounded with their powers. You know what I mean?
They also looked like warriors, like actual people, because they were using axes and stuff. I don't think they used magic. I think one of them had magic. The other one were using.
Well, the sword guy did a Zanketsu type thing where he, swung his sword and like a magic flew out of it, and then another guy was dressed as a magician, so I assume he had magic.
Okay.
But, I don't think they showed anything else. There was an arrow girl, I think.
Archer. Yeah, Archer. Yeah, I guess you're right. Everything kind of did have a tinge of magic to it.
Yeah, I'm sure there were adventures at the very least.
Yeah. But yeah, so they wake up and we get introduced to the world, and we find out these two are super powerful, just different super powerfuls.
Yeah. She casts magic, he summons, but you don't see that till the last few episodes. Episode, actually. He doesn't summon anything till the very last episode.
He just gets power boost to his fists, where she could
level 25, level 30. None of it matters. Yeah. That's the big problem with a lot of that.
We'll get to that in a moment, but the girl can control all 4 elements.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, he keeps saying, like, level this, level that, and he keeps saying, I'm using my cheats. Like
yeah, he even calls it, like, I thought I was on cheat mode or whatever.
Yeah. So, like, they keep throwing the modern references. I did not like that.
I guess it was for more of a niche audience, really hardcore gamers that like that. But that's also an older thing, because cheats aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Mods are a thing, but not cheats.
I think you could have had the same story, just had them both wake up with amnesia and have been fine.
I think the amnesia thing's better for Isekais.
Yeah.
Unless you're actually going to complete the story in the season you're showing me, because more than likely it's getting canceled.
Right.
Unless you're going to complete the story and they go home, just erase the memory.
Yeah, I mean, here's another thing. You might as well just make this a fantasy and skip the Isekai part, because it makes no bearing on the story whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Just, these are just two super powerful beings and that could have existed in this world.
Yeah.
Because they don't seem to care or want to go home.
Not really. Like, they mention it in passing once or twice, but they clearly don't have a passion for it.
Right.
Like, they're just adventuring.
Yeah.
And, one day they'll figure out how to get home. That's how it's portrayed.
And they find out who brought them here and stuff.
And then this is a big point I was going to bring up later. They figure out who brought them here. And then they didn't grill him. He just gave them the stink eye. And then, they're even. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like...
Send me home, bitch.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to stay there and be adventurers.
To be fair... they're like gods in this world, so being an adventurer, I would just, go live it up. Yeah, you know what I mean? Do a couple missions, get rich as
You're not an anime protagonist.
Yeah, I'm a regular person. What a regular person would do.
This guy is not even really an Isekai protagonist. He's more of a shonen protagonist.
But, like, a bad shonen. Like, a good shonen, you power up. You start at 0 and you work your way up. Yeah, well, he's already at level 100.
But what I mean is, he's super naive. He eats a lot. He steals victories.
Yeah, the whole eating a lot thing. I'm so tired of it.
I know.
It was cool with Goku, and then after that, it's like, you're just copying Goku.
Yeah, and, he steals all the wins. Everyone's got to be saved by him in the end. No one can really get a real victory on their own. Mm-hmm. They get smaller victories here and there.
Yeah, it's sad.
Typical shonen protagonist bullcrap.
He saves the day.
Yeah. Oh, okay. These girls that he's been working with are 10 times stronger than he is, and yet they all need to be saved by him.
And then there's at one point where his partner, the girl he's with, thinks he's dead or dying or whatever. Or, I don't know, lost or whatever it was. And she's about to die. And she's like, I wish I had thanked him and shown how much appreciation I have for him for always being there and saving me. And then he saves her, and then she doesn't do that. She doesn't show him the appreciation. I'm like, what the
I actually didn't mind that part, because I thought she says how much I love him and wanted to be with him and stuff like that. But they want to completely, like, just appreciation route and stuff like that.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily mind it that much at all, but it's like, you're going to say you're going to do all these things if you can only see him one more time, and then you see him that one more time, and you don't do it.
But she was saying all these things out loud.
He heard it.
He heard it. He's like, why don't you tell me now?
Then she didn't.
So you just assume that he heard everything. Yeah. It's then if she did tell him afterwards, you would have been complaining that he repeated the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, she could have done it towards the end of the season. You know what I mean? Maybe, like, waited a while.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever.
That was the end of the season. I would think that was like the last episode.
Was it?
Or at least the one before the last episode.
It was the one. It was at least the one before. Because at the last episode, he just kind of shows up and summons the thing.
Yeah, he goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Yeah, like the shonen tropes in this are really bad.
Leafa's in it.
Yeah, she is. She's the elf girl we were talking about.
I forgot she was an elf. I completely forgot she was an elf.
Well, that's my replacement for her name, because I have no idea what her name is.
No clue. But she looks like Leafa from Sword Art.
Yeah.
100%. It's just, I don't think her tits are as big. Leafa's are, like, spilling out. Hers are moderately big.
Because there's, like, no fan service in it. Which
is weird. Like I said, they show every woman has cleavage, but that's it. They don't zoom in on it during scenes like they do in every other anime. Yeah. There's no panty flash. Like, there's no fan service.
And that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's just weird. Like, why always show cleavage? They're in battle armor. Why give them cleavage? Just give them battle armor if you're not going to show fan service. Whatever.
Because some guy really liked big breasts.
Well, if you really like it, show it a little more.
But he was embarrassed about it, so he didn't want to draw it.
There was one scene where the main character walked in on, I think, the main girl.
Yeah, oh my god.
Partner. She's, like, in the bath. But, like, they don't really show anything, so it's not that bad.
No, but why is it in every anime the main character walks in on the girl naked in the bathroom?
Every single one.
It's not funny. It's stupid.
Yeah. It never happens in real life.
No.
Ever. The worst that'll ever happen in real life is like someone's on the toilet and you accidentally open the door.
Yeah.
Not a sexy scene.
No. And honestly, it's like he walks into her room and yells her name 4 times and she doesn't answer the entire time.
It's too steamy to hear.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I don't know. Am I getting any deeper?
Well, there's this main villain lady who's manipulating things, trying to test him throughout the whole show, and they overrun the city they're in at one-foot monsters, so they stop it. Then they try to start a civil war in the country. Well, so it starts at city level, goes country level. They save the day. They're heroes. Pretty much that's it. There's a dragon at one point.
Yeah, and he beats the dragon, but the dragon respects him, gives him information. And
then the one of the bad guys at the end turns into a demon monster who can summon zombies or something.
So, like, it's a giant war at the end, and a bunch of dead people.
It's a civil war.
Yeah, they summon the zombies, the bad guy, and then, like, they can't kill them for some reason.
Because I don't think they're actually zombies. They can't kill them because they don't feel pain or anything.
But you can still kill it. So dumb.
Yeah, but
you can at least... So, like, they have explosive magic. You could blow them to bits. There's all kinds of things you could do.
But they're magic.
Whatever. All kinds of things you could do.
Anyway.
It's not good. It's, if Slime was a 3, this is a 2, only because what you were saying with the time and all that, it makes sense. Oh no, I'm sorry. If Slime is a 3, then this is a 4, because it's smaller and I would watch it again.
I actually disagree. I think this is pure average. I don't think it's good. I think I'm at a 5.
The dialogue? Oh, so, like, there's one or two things. The dialogue for me is bad. We talked about that. The animation, though, this is something I think I've touched on once before a while ago. So, like, the animation isn't terrible, but it's like South Park almost, where there's a background and then the characters are always in the foreground and they're kind of moving like cardboard pieces. And it's slight in this one. It's not super bad like in some of the other animes I've seen, but it's still there and it's just annoying. And I don't understand it. Like, there's better ways to animate. Yeah. Do that. Yep. It's jarring on my eyes. Yeah, you hated it more than I actually didn't mind it. I think we were on it. We've also been on a strand of bad animes. Yeah, we have.
Like we get one good one every now and again, and this one just wasn't offensive enough to really hurt me. So I think I'm at a 5.
5. I give it 4. That's fine. What else do we have for?
All right. So we had intrigue into the Batsuma.
Remember that?
Aria.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm surprised you remember that.
It was the dragon girl, right?
No. Aria was like a 2-episode space one.
Yeah, but I thought there was a dragon. She was like, I thought there was a dragon in that.
There's one called Half Dragon, where it's Fantasy World.
I remember this.
I think that one's the one with the tentacle monster.
Oh, hey. I don't know. I do remember the space girl though.
Yeah. Aria, what is it? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
And there's like 2 other seasons of that apparently.
And Inspector. That's the little girl detective where they spend 3 hours on this one case.
Aria's number 1.
Yeah,
it's 2 episodes.
It was 2 episodes.
And then I guess Intrigue, then the detective one, Inspector, and then this.
I remember.
This is smaller than Intrigue.
Yeah, I was thinking
Intrigue was big.
Intrigue was big. That's what
the
I'm
story
thinking.
was better. I mean, it wasn't good, but it was better than this.
Was it?
For me.
I don't know. I agree with Aria. Yeah, I'm actually having trouble with this one. I think I'm gonna go this.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this. Intrigue, Inspector,
That was bad.
That one was really bad.
Alright, guys. We're on a category, Jay. There we go. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures in Jay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Jay's not very big. Ooh. That sounds like a weird name. I'm going to try to pronounce this. Gyusou, Planet of the Beast King. I'm assuming this is old. It sounds very old. Yeah. Alright, we're getting to it.
I think it's the last one.
Oh, it is. I don't know. It looks old, but it doesn't look like comically bad old like I was assuming it was. We have tags. 11 episodes. That's not terrible.
Yeah, no.
Adventure, drama, mystery, romance, science fiction. It looks like something from the 90s, maybe late 80s.
Maybe, I don't know.
Plot summary. Thor and his twin brother Rai, okay, that's weird, are cast off to a forsaken planet by unknown masked men after witnessing the suspicious death of their parents. Given only a beam knife and a smelly satchel, they wander together in search of civilization on the prime merrily plant-based world. Wow, I was reading that weird. They soon discover the plants have the advantage of only the strong survive. The ones who throw away their humanity become the beasts human once were.
Okay. Huh. I mean, it's different.
Yeah, that definitely is a different setup.
So,
the complete series, episodes 1 through 11. It's weird that it's only 11 episodes. I wonder if one's long. Anyway, guys, next episode, Gyuosei,
Planet
of the Beast King. Stop.